if I could grow a beard like him, I think there's some resemblance here. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Life of a Board Gamer. My name is Daniel, and there is absolutely no resemblance of me and this guy on the picture. I just needed something for the intro. So, yeah, welcome back. Today, we are going to take a closer look at the Furnace, a game from Hobby World that is about engine building, coal spending, iron, oil. You see the age is like those industrial age thing is the setting is in the industrial age, and my god, was that hard to pronounce. So yeah, let's get down to the table. Let me quickly show you what's inside this box, and then we'll talk some more about it. Okay, let's check out the Furnace. And first of all, we have a rulebook that is pretty solid, pretty nicely written. Everything is really understandable when you are playing this game. So yeah, as you can see, there's not much coming in this box, but shelf presence is important in these days. So yeah. Okay, so what do you have? So first of all, you have, let me just show you. Excuse me. So you get these cardboard coins. These are the things that you are going for. Whoever has the most these victory points or coins in the end of the game is the winner. And these are fairly nicely thick components. So you get these guys over here. You will get four different, if you are thinking of the gears as one of the resources, you will get four different resources, and they are a little bit shaped like the resources that you are getting in the game. So you have a steel, you have oil, and you have coal, and they have their distinct shape, which is really cool. So you will get some of the wooden components, and oh man, I just can't seem to move them back in here. So this thing over here, this is a tracker that will track your turns, because you are playing 4 turns in this game. So you will put it like here, and it's really nicely thematically done. Like when it's turn 2, he goes like so, and then it's turn 2, then it's turn 3, then it's turn 4. It's like this little cog that's going on, which is absolutely awesome. Just a small touch that brings so much joy. And of course, you get all these bidding tokens. So the first player token, of course, each of the players will get their own, just so you know which color you are, and they're all different. For example, if you are yellow, you will get a stopwatch. If you are black, you will get this like a hat, cylinder hat, and there's also gloves for white player, and for red there's like a wallet. And basically these are your playing pieces, these are your components. So you will be bidding on these cards with these pieces. And the thing is, there are some rules. So if you are bidding on a card, you can't bid again. So if you put one of your tokens, you are finished. There are also some changes with these cards, but basically the main rule is if you put a number 3, you can't put any of the black tokens. If you are a black player, of course, you can't put any of the black tokens on the card again. And if anybody else wants to put a 3, he can't, because you already put it there. So he needs to put 1, 2, or 4. There's also this gray one. This gray one belongs to a player that has special ability to use this one as an extra. And the main in this game, the main goal is to get these cards, and these are all double-sided, because throughout the game you will get these cards. There are some starting, these 5 cards are starting cards, they have nothing on the back. So you will start with these, and they have kind of similar but little bit of different abilities going on them. Like for example, this one for 3 coal you can get 4 coins, but this one for a coal and a steel you can get 4 coins. So yeah, and of course there are 5 different, even though the game goes up to 4, there are 5 different characters which all have special abilities. This guy will get you this gray one, and this guy, whenever he gets compensation, he's considered his token one higher than it is. So what is the compensation? Well, that's the beauty of the bidding of this game. So the player who bid the highest, who put the highest token on the card, that might even be 3, because some bidding might end up like this, 3, 2, 1. Nobody bid a 4 on this card. So number 3, who bid number 3 will get the card. but all the other guys who played, or the girls, will get the compensation, this top part of the card. So, or here you can spend 2 coal to get 1 oil, and if you put number 2, you can do this 2 times. If you put the number 1, you can do this 1 time. And whoever put the number 3 or a 4, he will get the card and he will use this special ability. Awesome thing about the cards is also in the bottom row, it is kind of grayed out a little bit, but it shows you what's on the other side when you upgrade it. So when you upgrade the card, you will also now produce oil from this card, which is absolutely freakingly great. So there's lots of cards here, more than you need for the game. So there is a replayability value in here, and I think that these don't. These abilities on the cards, they don't repeat themselves. Artwork does, as you can see over here, for example, artwork does repeats on these 2 cards, but they have a little bit of different abilities on them. For example, this one will produce you 5 coal when you upgrade it, but this one will change steel into 2 points, and you can do this 2 times, and if you upgrade it, you will also get 3 coal. So yeah, and basically you are getting this card, these cards, you are trying to build your engine on the 4 turns, and whoever has the most points at the end of the game is the winner. Okay, so that was Furnace, and if you are watching this channel for some time now, if you are following me for some time now, you know that I don't tend to like that much bidding in games. When it comes to bidding, I really don't know how to play games that have bidding in them, because I either bid way too low, or I bid way too much, and I can't just find the perfect balance. So that's the reason I'm sort of, not the hate is a strong word, but really dislike bidding mechanics in games. So when I get a game that has bidding inside, I'm like, I don't know, it has bidding and everything. But this game does it so phenomenal that I could say that just because of this game and maybe 2 or 3 more games, I enjoy bidding in games. Now, not every bidding is the same, not every bidding is done in the same way, but in this game, it is done so cleverly, it is so very well done, that I just absolutely adore it. The thing is, there is no hidden information when you are bidding. You are bidding for those cards with those tiles, as you saw, as we already talked about it a little bit. And the way that you are bidding is really interesting, because if you are the top tile, if your tile is the highest number, you will win the card. You will not get anything from that card, but you will get the card to activate it later in the turn if you want to. But if you somehow managed to make your number 3 not get you card, but then you can score 3 times the compensation of the card, which is absolutely awesome. It's way better than 1 or 2 times. So the way the bidding works is absolutely freakingly great. I actually enjoyed this game so much, because sometimes you see a card and you really want that card, and if you put a 4 there, if you want to take it right away, you put a 4 and it's yours, nobody can take it from you, even the cards that have some special abilities that can change stuff throughout the game, each of the characters that I showed you. But if you put a 4 first, the card is yours. Nobody else can put a 4, so the card is definitely yours. But then you know that the next player, if he still has number 3, and if the compensation is good on the top part of the card, he will most definitely play 3 up there. So you will get your card, but in the same process, you are enabling some other players to definitely know that they will get a great compensation from the card if they need it, of course. So trying to balance the things where you want to win the card, and where you want to win, where you want to get like the biggest compensation, because sometimes it happens, like I put a number 3 thinking, oh, somebody will definitely go with a 4 for this card, and I deliberately put a number 3 first, so they have to go 4 to take the card, and then they decide they don't want to do that, and I then win the card even though I wanted compensation. Then you are in a trouble because you are lacking resources, and you need to scramble really fast thinking how you are going to get those resources. So this game is, in a bidding sense, it kind of reminded me of one other game that I played that I enjoy, even though the bidding is a little bit more chaotic in this one than in this one. And it is called Sidereal Confluence game. It is where the gameplay is basically the same. You are just changing resources for some other resources to get points, and whoever has the most points at the end is the winner. It sounds stupid. It sounds like it's just that, it's changing one thing to another to win you points. But doing that, achieving to maximize that engine is absolute fun. And Sidereal Confluence does that in a really like big scale, in a really convoluted way because everyone is shouting. Or here it is on a smaller scale. It is like more focused because you are just putting one by one tile on the bidding, so you have your time to think about what you need, what you want to win. So this is like a smaller version of that, and I really enjoy it because Sidereal Confluence is a big game that does not tend to get to the table that much. But this one I can get easily to the table, and we can play it in half an hour, 4 players, and you will have like a lot of fun playing it. It's just 4 turns of bidding, then activating your engine. That's it. Whoever has the most points is the winner. Absolutely gorgeous game. I so much adore this one. So if you're like me, if you think that bidding is stupid, play this game. Definitely play this game and it will change your mind. Bidding can be fun if it's done correctly. Few more games do it okay, most of them do it horribly, but this one, I would almost say this is the best bidding I ever saw in a game. So the best implementation of the bidding, the how it works, and the special abilities of the cards are absolutely great because you know you always have that like special ability that everybody else is jealous to on, like, oh man, he can do that, I wish I could do that, but he's also jealous because you can do something that he can't. So yeah, if you are into some like industrial games, stuff like that, definitely check out Furnace. Furnace is, it is really phenomenal game. Artwork is absolutely gorgeous. I think that cards, even though the artwork repeats the abilities, I didn't like check them really out, but I think that abilities on the cards don't repeat. So once you miss the card, you can probably get it again, but it will have a little bit of different ability. Maybe it will score you less points with less resources, of course. And yeah, that is that. Definitely do join me next time when I will be driving my own locomotive on like this coal fuel thingy going on. And until then, positive.